All right, we're just about set for football. The crowd is definitely ready. So are we. Off we go on EA Sports. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. NFL's leading rusher a season ago, Christian McCaffrey. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
And I think this is something we're going to see a lot here tonight. The ability to use this run game to really set the tone coming out here for this offense.
They'll go back to McCaffrey on 1st down. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
Nice run there by McCaffrey, and the reigning Offensive Player of the Year picks up right where he left off a season ago. Over 2,000 yards for scrimmage. Second time he's done that in his career. This is one of the most dynamic players, regardless of position, in the entire NFL.
Play action now. Purdy. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
The whole idea of the play action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
On the give, it's McCaffrey. Gets to the edge at the 30. And he's out of bounds, but not until he gets inside the 25-yard line. A gain there of 23 yards. 1st down, 49ers. They run once more with McCaffrey. Not much happening there, just a short gain. Here's 2nd and 9. Off the bootleg, it's Purdy. Trying to make a play out of the pocket. Couldn't do it. It's intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You've got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Here comes the 3rd-year man out of Michigan State, Kenneth Walker. They converge on him quickly. He'll only get a couple. Drake Jackson out of Southern California on the stop. The tight end Fant in motion. Complete to the former Buckeye, Jackson Smith-Njigba. It'll be a pickup of 10. It's good for a Seahawks 1st down.
And these are the throws that when they evaluate young quarterbacks coming out of college, they want to see you be able to make. Everyone worries about how far you can throw the ball. And while that's certainly important, to be able to make the throws from sideline to sideline, especially in those intermediate zones, drive the ball through space, because in this league, an open window is going to close in a hurry.
That one's good for 29. First and 10 now from the 36. Smith in Jigba, the man in motion. And he's close to another first down. This is brought down just shy of the marker. Here's 2nd and 2. Shotgun run now with Walker. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. And that's good enough for a first down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
Once again, it's Walker. He'll work his way only to the 23. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. He didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Myers' kick is good. And the Seahawks are out to an early 3-0 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
First and 10. They'll run with McCaffrey to start this drive. And he'll be brought down at the 32 after a short pickup. Second down and 8. Throwing is Purdy. They try to set up the screen, but this one doomed from the start. It's incomplete.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Third down, Purdy. That is intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
And at this point on the sideline, Mike, it just has to feel like deja vu. I mean, really, the last 2 drives, same story. Continuing to drive, you have something brewing, and then you just stall out in the exact same fashion. You can't put the ball in harm's way. You're not going to win a lot of football games if you do.
And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. And maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
And he'll get this across midfield. He's brought down following a pickup of 5. Backfield empties. 5 receivers in the formation for 3rd down and 5. One quarter in the books here on a Thursday night. It's the Seahawks with the early lead. Greg and I back in the Great Northwest in a moment. Here now, 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Oh, he gets a good read defensively and intercepts it. Picked off by Renardo Green. And he's going to give his guys a short field to work with and a chance to take the lead.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position. You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down right around the 40. Byron Murphy, the rookie, there on the tackle. We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Shotgun snap to Purdy. This throw left side, caught by Kittle. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on 3rd down.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, that on 3rd down or critical moments, that's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball.
Throwing on 2nd down is Purdy. That's complete to Pearsall. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
On 3rd down, here's McCaffrey. And this defense holds its ground. They stop him for no gain, and 4th down's coming up. So Jake Moody now out for the field goal. This from 40 yards. Moody's kick is good. And the 49ers will tie the game at 3 apiece.
And that's really well done here, Mike. I mean, everything's in rhythm. A good snap, a good hold, and a good kick ties this game.
This will be returned from the 6. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. And a strong 1st down run, a pickup of 9, setting up 2nd and short.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Smith in Jigba, the man in motion. He'll keep it on the ground and keep it with Walker. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning.
No gain on the play. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Now a 3rd and 2. Now Seattle going to use the first of their timeouts. Here's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run it with Walker. And he will have the Seahawks first down. At least it appears that way. He got it maybe by the length of the football. They'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call. It's tough to completely celebrate, Mike, when you don't pick up the first down, but that's a run you will take every single time. I mean, good yardage in a lot of situations, it'll get you the first down, just not here.
They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Over the middle, Smith and Jigba with the grab. The rookie from Alabama on target there. It is a first down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
Give him 27, and it's 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. And he will wisely just get rid of this one and set up 2nd and goal.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and let's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job pass through.
And he gets to the outside and takes it in. Kenneth Walker. Touchdown, Seattle. His 6th touchdown now for the season. Myers, good on the extra point. And the Seahawks take a 10-3 lead. Halftime, coming close, and not much time left as this one is kicked away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. He'll go play action. Purdy. That's complete to Kittle, the tight end. About 15 yards to kick off the drive. It's a first down. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. That's deep for the back of the end zone. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and throw the guy a parade for ultimately what was an incompletion, but can we just take a second to appreciate the arm strength he was able to show there? I mean, I think that ball is over 60 yards in the air, and I won't be surprised if they continue to just air it out and see if they can complete one of those.
On second down, Purdy. He's going to try it here again. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end. Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. Likely going to play a big role in who wins this one. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. This drive starts on the ground with Walker. Nice gain here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line.
This is where you have to be careful, Mike. You find yourself winning in the second half. Human instinct says, all right, let's just sit on the ball and protect the lead and let the clock run out. You can't do that. Stay aggressive. Do what got you here. Continue to mix the run with the pass. Keep your foot on the gas and try to extend this lead.
Now, off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. That is brought in. And he will go all the way. Cooper, Kupp, touchdown Seahawks. Myers now to add the PAT. The kick is good. And the Seahawks move out in front by the score of 17-3. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Set to go now on 1st and 10. The drive starts with a carry by McCaffrey. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the second half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks. So don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's 2nd and 6. Now, a handoff to McCaffrey. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to third down. They'll try to run for it with McCaffrey. And he's going to have a Niners first down by a couple of yards as they convert on 3rd and 3.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the first down, and they're able to convert.
On the handoff, McCaffrey. And he'll get about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Purdy going to give this one to McCaffrey. He'll burrow his way forward for a couple. Julian Love brings him down. Third down, 3 to go. On the ground, it's McCaffrey. A field goal, no gimme from this distance. They'll go on 4th down. Now Purdy. That's 3. 3rd time tonight he's been intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to get this back at their own 34-yard line.
I think anytime you find yourself trailing in the second half, Mike, all offensive play callers fight the urge to chase those points. They tend to get a little bit overeager. They tend to push the envelope sometimes a little too far. Those turnovers, they only make the deficit grow, not shrink. Now, there's a lot of football left, Mike. They can still get back into this. They just have to be a little bit smarter about which risks you're willing to take.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Now, faking the give. Again, working deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Cooper Kupp was the intended receiver. And it'll be 3rd down. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. And try to fit in the slant, and it was intercepted. Picked off by Jair Brown. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
For these young rookie quarterbacks, every snap in the NFL is an opportunity to have a lesson learned, and sometimes the lessons come a little bit harder than others. In this case, they kind of fool them with their blitz package. It's a little bit more complex at the NFL level than it is necessarily in college, and I think he just got a first-hand taste of just how fast this pressure can get on you, and sometimes when it speeds up that clock, you can make a bad throw.
Here's McCaffrey. And the 49ers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And he continues to carry the ball well. Another nice one here. But as they find themselves continuing to trail here in the second half, the opposing team's defense is not really concerned about the run game. They need to find a way to use the pass to get the lead. and then go back to this run game to close the game out.
And they'll run here with McCaffrey. Trying to create some space, but will not find much. He'll get a yard. They'll mark it at the 3. The ball a little closer now. It is 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be McCaffrey. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up 3rd and goal. So we'll take it to the other end as we are. Good job so far by the defense protecting the short field. Now it's 3rd and goal. They'll try and run with McCaffrey. And he's so close to breaking the plane, but the official's going to come in and mark him short. So now it's 4th, and he will score. Game on. Brock Purdy. Touchdown, 49ers. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in that landing zone, the ball only comes out to the 20-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Straight ahead, it's Walker. What more could you ask for on 1st down? Nice run of 8, setting up 2nd and short. From the gun, here's the give to Walker. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 3rd and 4.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
He'll look to throw. That is caught. He finds Walker. And he's going to have the Seahawks 1st down. They come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving. And then some.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. They run with Walker. And he is planted in the backfield. Defenders crashing through. Blow up that play behind the line. On third down, they'll throw from the gun. Oh, they got the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
McCaffrey now on 1st and 10. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. 2nd and a yard. From the gun, it's Purdy. That's caught. Christian McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
We're starting to see this so often, Mike. The days of just having a running back who you're just going to turn around and hand it to, yes, that's still a critical part of NFL offensive football, but their ability to be used in the passing game. Just one more thing for the defense to have to defend. Make them go sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone. Defend every blade of grass, and a really good running back goes a long way in doing that.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Open man downfield is Kittle. And he's out of bounds all the way inside the 15-yard line. It's a big play when they needed it the most. 32 yards. This is 1st and 10. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
All right, so this is why you get paid the big bucks. These are the possessions as a quarterback you need to deliver for your team. Everybody talks about 2-minute. Everybody drills it every single week. But when it comes down to this moment in the game, your quarterback needs to be on point. After that 1st down incompletion, it just makes things that much harder. Number 1 rule of run blocking for the offensive line is you don't want to allow penetration. It just doesn't give your running back any angles to cut and find the hole. It's exactly how it played out here. They've got to do a better job holding the line of scrimmage and not getting pushed back.
On 3rd down, it's Purdy. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
They desperately needed that one, Mike. Down here late, they've only got a few remaining snaps to go, and it puts all of the pressure of the game now on 4th down. Let's see what play call they have in a gotta-have-it situation. And right now, this quarterback needs to make his best throw in the biggest moment of the game.
Defense has to play smart, avoid a penalty on 4th and long. Here's Purdy. And that is incomplete. They had their chance and took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs.
So you roll the dice on offense and you fail. But now you can't give up. Your defense has to go out there and get a stop. You have all 3 timeouts. You have time to get the ball back one more time on offense. So now your defense needs to answer the bell and give your offense one more shot.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. And he'll get them 5 yards closer, but now 3rd down coming up. The Niners will use the first of their timeouts. Clock shows 50 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. Here's a 3rd down and 4. And that call will not get it done. The defense ready, stopping him behind the line of scrimmage. And it sets up 4th down.
The reason teams love calling the quarterback's number on design quarterback runs, Mike, is because in the blocking scheme, you gain 1 additional blocker. It didn't matter here. The defense was ready for it, and they're able to bring the quarterback down for a loss.
Yeah. Past midfield. And it's a very nice return. He is giving the offense a short field. They'll come up for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. That's to his tight end, Kittle. That's catch number 5 tonight, and it's good for a 1st down.
As the saying goes, Mike, you need your big-time players to make big-time plays, and the moment doesn't get bigger than this. Find yourself down. A touchdown gives you a chance to win this thing in regulation, and I think they got a shot.
This offense still has the 1 timeout to use. 1st and 10 coming up now. Now Seattle will use the final timeout, and they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Here's 1st down. Out of the gun, it's Purdy. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. That's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
Play action. Here's Purdy. Gets this one into the hands of Jawan Jennings. And he'll be out of bounds all the way down at the 10. They get 21 on that one. It's good for a Niners 1st down. To throw once more, it's Purdy. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete. Brandon Ayuk, the intended receiver there. And it'll lead to a 2nd and goal.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
Throwing again is Purdy. That is incomplete, so the task gets more difficult. Time for maybe 2 plays. That's it.
Can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right. And I think it's a big part of the reason they find themselves trailing here in the 4th quarter.
Third down, Purdy. And it's a touchdown. They have gotten to within 1, and a 2-point conversion can give them the lead here in the final minute.
Mike, I know everyone has their opinions about whether to kick it or go for 2, but my honest opinion is I don't even think there's a decision to be made. I'm keeping my offense on the field. We've practiced all week for our gotta-have-it 2-point play. Dial it up. Do not play for overtime. Win this game now in regulation.
And now they're going to go for 2 and a possible win. And the crowd rising to make this even more difficult. And he will score. Comeback complete. They take the lead here in the final moments. Down to the final few seconds of this one as the kick is away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he'll be taken down, and that is going to do it. Oh, the comeback falls short. Time runs out, and this game is over.